This video is inspired by a video done by Martimir, who was replying to Spirit Science, and his thing had to do with science, and how fixing the environment is not that simple. Well, my thing has to do with another topic, and that's politics and economics. I really think that people should understand that when it comes to politics and economics, there are no simple solutions. It's not the case that it's always the case that you have two options. Option A, everything about it is good. There's no downsides. And option B, everything about it is bad. There are no upsides. It's almost never that simple in politics and economics. For instance, the Keystone Pipeline. Option A, it's not built. Downsides? We don't have the energy independence it could have given us, and humanity is not as efficiently harvesting fossil fuels as it could have if it had the pipe. So, option B, build it. The downside's there too. The pipe itself is huge and will go overland, and the pipe itself will cause damage to the environment by taking up so much space and splitting ecosystems apart. And massive amounts of fossil fuels are pouring down it all the time, and it's very difficult to ensure that there will be no leaks of any kind ever. There could be leaks. And the thing about the fossil fuels is if it leaks, it pretty much annihilates everything it touches in terms of ecosystems. So a massive leak could just destroy a whole area because it just covers it with oil and then everything dies. So massive environmental disaster could happen, and some environmental damage would be happening. So there's an answer there's a situation right there where there is no simple answer, because no matter what you do, there's going to be downsides. And politics is full of things like that, like gun ownership. Allow people to have guns, and some people will use the guns they legally bought to kill people and murder and all that. But ban all guns, and if your area gets invaded by another country, you can't help defend it because you don't have a gun. You can't form militias to resist the invaders, or the government turns into something like Hunger Games where it's just a complete totalitarian state. You can't do anything about it. Nobody has any guns to help the... And I suppose you could use the F-16 argument, that they'll just bomb you with F-16s, but it's possible that in the event of a totalitarian government, like huge number of states would revolt, and they could use the manpower that militias could give them. But anyway, yeah, so there's one there with guns. You'd have to find some kind of middle issue, because in extremism in either direction, you're going to have bad stuff. So yeah, anytime you think that you have the answers, anytime that you think that you know that if you were in charge of the government and you had dictatorial power, that you know exactly what to do to make everything right and completely fix the economy, you're probably wrong. It's never that simple. Now, you can make things better, but of course you still wouldn't want dictatorial power, because then you have to worry about dumb people getting in charge and then ruining everything. Dumb evil people, which there's a lot of. But anyway, yes, when you consider things politics, understand that. Like with regulation, another example, you shouldn't think in terms of, is all regulation good or bad? Because there definitely seems to be some regulation which was written by rich people for rich people to hurt poor people, and some regulation that was written by goody two-shoes who actually were trying to help. So maybe it's the case that some regulation is bad, some regulation isn't, but that no matter what you do, there's going to be a downside. So the motto of anyone looking into politics and economics, it's not that simple.